What if the colors were reversed? JAHPOWER. Big king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. All right, man. Thumb up this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that little bell so y'all know when the video's coming out on Thursday night. Every Thursday night. We go live. We need y'all in the house. We deal with very crucial topics, dealing with the black community and the, things that we need to do right now. You see what I'm saying? Most people don't want to deal with reality, but in my life, that's what I do. You see? So, what if the colors were reversed? What if history was in reverse? What if George Floyd was a black cop and he seen a white civilian driving or whatever, and he pulled him out the car and crushed on his neck? What would be the penalties of that? What would happen? You see, what would happen? Eminem made a song one time with Scarface, and the song ironically was called "What If I Was White?" What if I was white? What if, what you think would happen? I'm a reason with you now. What you think would happen if, we Obama, Michelle, Oprah, Jay-Z, me, everybody, the black community, we on top and they on the bottom. What would you think would happen? You know what I'm saying? What if Trayvon Martin was white? What would you think, would be the outcome of that? Do you think it would come out as a different outcome? I'm just saying. Because I'm saying, what if history was in reverse? What I'm saying is their greatest fear. This is the thing that they fear the most. This is the thing that they fear the most. And we as a black community seem like, we want to forget about it. It can't be, it's a major world history event. It can't be swept under the rug. The rug will be a damn mountain if they tried to sweep that under the rug. But imagine what, now white people. I know white people be like, King, damn, bro. But you will say it ain't your fault, but they still doing the people that look like you, that own this country, still damn doing what they do. So how can you, not want to leverage with me, as a white man or, as a white community, in America, how you don't want to reason with me? And I'm sitting, and I'm George Floyd. How that work? Now, imagine this shit right here. Imagine Mike Brown Day was white. Do you think we would have the same outcome? I mean, think about this. What if history was in reverse? What if the colors was in reverse? How you think white people would act? How you think all these other people would? Because listen, what if white people, listen to me now. You was on the bottom, living in a trailer park or whatever, like Eminem. And we said, that the Greeks and the Romans, knowing that, well, I ain't gonna say knowing, but you know, just for y'all's sake, Greeks and Romans, that's y'all greatest European society. What if we was running around here? We already own the society. Y'all on food stamps. Y'all barely making it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to turn a dime into a dollar bill. First of all, we came and kidnapped you from Europe, brought you to America. It wouldn't even be named America. It'd be named uh Mandingo Land. Mandingo Land. You see, Mandingo Land. And we subjugated you, raped your people, made you work for 350 years for free. And then turn around and act like it ain't even happened. White people, how would you feel? So what if history was in reverse? What if history was in reverse? See, these the topic that don't nobody want to deal with. This what's on the board that don't nobody like, man, I ain't even gonna. Because that's how, but what I'm saying is, that's how you know what I'm saying is the truth. What if history was in reverse? What you think they'll do? Man, they bombing shit right now. And I talked about this last night. And y'all need to go watch their live stream. I talked about it. Look, they blowing shit up right now for no reason. They people rich, nigga. They people rich. And they own, the richest nation on the planet. And they still out here, shooting up schools, blowing shit up, doing shit every day. So what you think would happen if history was in reverse? What you think would happen if the colors was in reverse? I'm talking to black people, I'm saying. And white people, but I'm saying, what if history was in reverse? Black people, what you think they would do if they was in your position? I get it. But our family done just passed on. Thousands of brothers and sisters in the streets done been murdered. Done passed on. But you trying to make up an excuse. As black people, don't think I'm just up. I give you tough love. I give you tough love. Because what I'm saying, ain't nobody saying. That's why y'all, when y'all click on my video, you never know what you gonna get. Because I'm coming from all different angles. What if history was in reverse? And I'm talking about to the white community and the black community. What's your position? Because you looking at me, what's my angle? They're like, man, King, what's this? What's his angle or whatever? I'm saying on this video, thumb up the video. What if history? What if the colors was in reverse? What you think black people? What you think they'll do? And white people, how you think they should feel? How you think they should feel? White people, how you think it'll feel if every leader that y'all ever had, we murdered, and we laugh like it ain't even happened? But then we turn around and Tamir Price, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Mike Brown, Armor Arbery. And then you looking at us like, these people savages. What would you do? I know what they'll do. Again, they do shit for nothing now. Man, my girlfriend won't give me none. And believe me, listen, I seen a case where a white student, his girlfriend wouldn't give him none. And so he went and shot the whole school up. All right. So if they'll shoot a whole school up for some shit that's insignificant and don't even matter to everybody else about what the fuck going on your little dick sex life, little Moonzungu man. What the fuck do they got to do with everybody else? And then you go shoot everybody up. So they kill for nothing. Imagine if the colors were reversed. Black people the one on all the nukes. Black people the one make the laws. White people hearing that shit right now, trembling in their boots, bro. But you know, that ain't what it is. It's in reverse. It's George Floyd on the floor begging for his mama. Mike Brown on his way home. And then making. But what if history was in reverse? That's critical. Thumb up this video. I deal with the topics that don't. It's on the board, y'all. It's in your mind. The board is the shit that everybody know we need to do, but everybody's scared to speak out on it and start to make, you know, action and progress on it. So we know what's on the board, but you know, us as black media or, you know, black scholars and teachers or whatever, don't be scared to grab the hard topics on the board or whatever. Just like you on Jeopardy and shit. And Alex Trebek, like, you know, who was the last, you know, Chinese emperor or whatever. And you see that topic up there, you're not gonna pick that topic because you might not, you know, everybody gonna, like, I might not know it. So you're not gonna pick that topic. Then you see another topic up there. What you think about race in America? And this one right here is worth, you know, the whole game. You see what I'm saying? This right here is worth, you know, the clutch points in the NBA finals. But you don't want to grab that topic off the board. Them the topics I grab off the board. And see, I know it's the truth because I see the count. Motherfuckers be scared to click on the video, you know, my videos, because I'm dealing with reality. That means what we truly need to be doing, but what we ain't doing. And them the topics I choose. So what if history was in reverse? What if history, for real, they make all them lying ass movies about, you know, the Egyptians and shit being white people or whatever. Imagine if that shit was true. I mean, imagine that shit. Put that in your mind right now. Imagine right now. Let's say we'll go in order. Imagine right now that the ancient African was really white. When we know that not to be the truth. I'm just saying, like, Just imagine that shit for real. Then you will be the European. But listen here. Imagine this right here. Imagine Hitler was black. I mean, I'm saying this because, you know, we reversing history now. Don't forget, we reversing history now. Imagine Martin Luther King was white. Do you think he'll still be alive? Imagine Malcolm X was white. It was talking the same thing, but for white people. Do you think he would still be on the planet? Would they discredit Obama and Michelle like they do if they was white? Now imagine Elvis was black. They wouldn't even mention his name. They wouldn't even. He the king of rocking, so-called rock and roll and pop music and shit. But if he was black in America, you wouldn't even top the charts. So we reversing history now. Imagine the Greeks and Romans. Knowing, you know, the bloodletting culture they had, imagine they was black. Would they, you know, make movies about the Greeks and Romans all day if they was, you know, sleeping with, you know, man on man, you know, fiesta time and shit, whatever, Saturnalia, whatever, Christmas and shit, where you can sleep with young boys and young babies can join the orgy and shit. Mardi Gras. Imagine that shit. Do you think that the Greeks and the Romans would be, you know, if they was black at the prestige they was at, if they knew they was sleeping with young babies and, you know, on Christmas time they beat and rape women and, you know what I'm saying, and robbed and shit. What if the story was still the same and Jesus was black? See, black people don't want to deal with it. I understand what you're saying. According to the Bible, yeah, he would be black. I understand it. But that's a story and a concept that come from them. So you teaching history in reverse. He is. But you learning it in reverse. You thinking that the Egyptians is white and God is white and, you know, the ancient Africans is white and shit, and everybody in the Bible and the angels and shit is white people and shit. I'm like, Dr. Clark, you mean to tell me all them people in heaven ain't one little black angel or African and shit sneak in? Because they always believe black people and white people didn't share the same heaven. I believe that today. Because whatever heaven they in, I ain't going. Period. Because whatever heaven they in, they going to rule. They going to put their goddamn British and French and American flag down and say, I'm master. You the slave. That's just how it work with them. They feel like if the world was ruled by blacks, they'll blow the shit up. They will not live in the world. That I heard them say it. To them, that's the end of the world. The end of the world for white people is when blacks is doing good. Period. When blacks is the presidents and the politicians and the lawmakers and, you know, the police and shit. Because they feel like you going to do the same thing that they done to you. And black people, I'm going to be real, from the sentiment that I'm getting, even though originally I couldn't believe it, but I'm really believing today that black people really thinking it, that they going to own America one day and they going to have to make the white people feel what they felt in America for the last 400 years. But, originally, he wants you to say, just forget about it. That was a long time ago. That's what he's saying. But how can we forget about some shit that we never truly knew about? Think about that. A lot of what we learning, we just learning. In the last 10, 20 years or whatever. All of us. Everybody that's out here to say they're conscious, they just learned that shit in the last 10, 20 years. Period. And so, we at the beginnings of a new world. White people, y'all just gonna have to accept, black people ain't gonna stay on the bottom forever. You just gonna have to accept that. You just gonna have to accept that. And black people gonna have to accept that they just ain't gonna give the shit to you. They ain't just gonna handle it. Here you go. You built it. African people came to America first. African people was the first people and shit. Yeah, science have to give you credit if they gonna give you true credibility in history. And, they still throw some, water the shit down. But they give you a certain historical value that wouldn't be historical if they didn't put you at the forefront of history. And that's what we be saying. Like, people think, for real, that the, 2021 is the actual date of the whole planet. This is what these niggas think. That, that people ain't been on the earth but 2021 years. Because any other way, what the fuck is that date? That date don't mean a goddamn thing. Black people been on here for millions of years. So what do 2021 mean? You know what he doing? He only count the time. The European, he only count the time of his golden ages. He got 3 golden ages. I mean, he got 3 golden ages. He got Greece, and we just gonna get a shit to him. Greece, Rome, and America. Greece, 500 years. That's how long that civilization lasted. So that's 500. Rome, around about 1250 to about 1400. That's how long them civilization last. So you already at over 2,000. I mean, you already over 1,500 years right there. And so if you count America 400, that's about 2,400 years. That's right on the money. So I ain't like, it's 2020. So you talk about 2024. I'm giving and take, because when you dealing with history, you dealing with, they'll say, say if you talking about, the Egyptians, they'll, or just for sake, the European civilization, they'll say, for the Greeks or whatever, they'll say BC 120 to 148 or something like that, or 225 or something like that. That's the time frame in which they live. But if you listen to what I'm saying, he only count time of his own golden ages, and you talking about Greece, Rome, and America. If you count out the time those civilizations been going, it add right up to what 2021 is, because it add up to 2024. It add up to 2,500, 2,400. So I'm about 400 years, give or take. So I know what I'm saying. Thumb up this video. Thumb up this video. What if history was in reverse? What if the colors was in reverse? White people got this video. White people got to think about that. And black people gotta think about that. What if it was white people? What if you had to go out there and work the field? And the black man, if you didn't do it from sun up to sundown, he gonna put that whip on your back. That's where the word cracker come from. Don't get mad at me. That was the person that was cracking the whip. Don't sit up here and say, King, man, on you saying no, words or whatever. But them are historical accounts. I mean, even the street you live on had some historical event or some type of historical account to do with America, the beginning of America. They don't just name shit out of nothing. Look at, you got England. Then in America, you got New England. So they ain't just naming shit out of nowhere. I used to stay on a street called Osceola. And I Googled it. And Osceola is an Indian that Indian chief whose son had went missing, and he came to the street that I was living on searching for his son. Now, he never found his son, but I'm just showing you how historically in America, how things are named and linked to historical events. You got Martin Luther King Road and shit. I'm just telling, for them, something called Martin Luther King Road instead of the J. Edgar Hoover building, which we know was a racist, or Robert E. Lee statue or whatever, who we know was a racist. They get mad when you take that down. But imagine if it was not the J. Edgar Hoover building, but the Marcus Messiah Garvey building. And instead of a badge, you got a red, black, and green pendant on your chest with Marcus Garvey. And we, the authority in America. What if the colors were reversed? These are the topics, the dynamic that people don't want to deal with. And these are the topics that can actually make a change. Because whatever y'all talking about ain't making no damn change. You don't want to click on these type of videos because it's the truth. And the truth just too hard for some people. They want to wake up to fantasy world to think, that black people are already on top in America. Or any, where else in the world for that matter, damn it. But at least in our cable line, we got a chance. You ain't got no chance over here. It is what it is. You don't want to think that way because you a believer. You're not a knowledge seeker. You a believer. You believe that one day that this image I'm showing is going to come true. This is what the black Americans believe right here. They believe that one day they going to be locking up the white youth and making them follow up, every little, direction in the Constitution and shit. Because they make black people follow every law to the T. If you don't follow every law, you going to jail. Period. And I tell y'all that. follow every law, because this not your society, this not your home, this Babylon. We don't belong here. But this is what we believe. So it's a polarity in everything. It's the laws of opposites. It's the laws of opposites. So it's a two-headed coin. It's two truths. What if history was in reverse? So they hit both races. They hit all races. What if history was in reverse? Do you think America would be what it is today without black people? Without black people making that great sacrifice for this fucking country, building the roads, digging the ditches, picking the cotton and the corn and shit. And in the South, the sugar cane and this, that, and the third. What if the African kings, which y'all call the forefathers of America up there on, what they call it, Mount Rushmore. What if there was African kings for the white people? What if there was black kings doing y'all the same way y'all did? I ain't responsible. I ain't own no slaves. But you benefit from it today. America wouldn't be what it is without black people. So that's irrational for you to think that you can escape from this argument and block videos and black people talk about this. How you think America? He don't think America gonna get better. America for him is better, is the opposite of this picture. Reality. And that's what black people don't want to accept. See, this picture right here is not reality in America. Reality in America is the other way around. So what if the colors and history was in reverse? All right, family, make sure you thumb out this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you come into the live streams and do the same thing. JAHPOWER. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown.